In 3 dimensions, we need to specify more components for a vector. In a 3-dimensional system, we don't just have an xy plane, rather we have x, y, and z directions. And the vector points out here somewhere in space. But the same idea applies. We have this thing that we're going to call the tail of the vector, and this other thing called the tip. And if we always agree that we're going to put the tail at the origin, then the tip defines an ordered triplet, not an ordered pair. But it's a coordinate out in 3-dimensional space. If you think of it this way, AX is the component along the x direction, AY is a component along the y direction, and AZ is a component along the z direction. So we can write simply just A is equal to the ordered triplet, or we sometimes write that it is equal to the scalar A sub x times a unit, what's called a unit vector, plus another scalar A sub y times another unit vector, plus another scalar AZ times another unit vector. These unit vectors we don't write with a little arrow over them, but rather a little hat like this. And each of them is defined as having unit length. In other words, one unit, whatever the units of A are. And it's along the x direction. Likewise, the y hat vector is a 1 unit length vector along the y direction. And the z hat vector is the same thing along the z direction. So we'll come to need sometimes 3-dimensional vectors, in which case we'll have to remember to use the ordered triplet rather than just the ordered pair.